Hi, this is Richard Quack coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my video session. In today's session, I would like to talk about personal development. And the topic is the common denominator of success. All right, this is a very important session, and I know that a lot of people may not have come across the term the common denominator of success, but I can assure you it is a very simple principle, that's all. Okay, now the first question I want to ask you is, do you want success? All right, do you want success in your life? If you want success, how serious are you in this? All right, a lot of people, they only have interest, but they are not committed to become successful. So you need to have the determination, all right, the commitment to become successful and do whatever it takes. So in today's session, I'll talk about the common denominator of success. There is no secret to success. The truth is that there's no secret to success. The only thing you need to understand is the common denominator of success. So what is the common denominator of success? Actually, it's very simple, although, the term seems to be very, attractive and so on, but what it means is very simple. The common denominator of success is do what the 95% do not want to do. Very simple. All right, that means you got to be different from other people, because outside there, 95% of the people do things that do not make them successful. So if you want to be successful, you got to put yourself in a 5% category. That means you got to do things that the 95% don't like to do. Isn't it as simple as that? Think about it, it's logical, right? The 95% who fail do things that make them fail. But if you want to succeed, you got to do things differently. That means you got to do things that the 95% of the people don't like to do. So ask yourself, what are you doing at the moment? All right? Are you doing things that 95% don't like to do, or you are with a crowd? You follow them and do the same thing that they like to do. All right? So basically, if you understand about the common denominator of success, it simply means that, you put yourself in a 5% category, and when you put yourself in a 5% category, there is no competition whatsoever. So success is very, very easy. Okay? So you got to do things that 95% don't like to do. You see, a lot of people, especially human, right? They have the herd mentality. They always like to follow the crowd. All right? Now, I'll give you an example. Let's say in the stock market, right? All right, when the price goes down, everybody runs away. All right, everybody will start selling the stock and so on. Well, you follow the herd, then you go to the slaughterhouse. But on the other hand, if you follow the 5%, when the market is down, when everybody is throwing the stock, then you start buying. That means you do things that is different from other people. All right, that is what the common denominator of success is all about. So here, let's have a look at some of the things that 95% of the people like to do. And if you can put yourself in a 5% category, you can be extremely successful. All right, this is only an example, and this is only my opinion. Like I say, always take it with a pinch of salt, but this is my opinion, which is, I think this is very, very important for you to understand. Okay, number one, many people, 95%, don't have goals. They don't like to set goals because they don't know how to set goals, or they fear that, they set a goal and they will not achieve the goal. So 95% of the people outside there don't like to set goal. So what do you have to do then? You got to be in the 5% and become a person who will set their goal. Isn't it simple? So, a lot of people don't like to set goal, but if you set goal, then you'll be in the 5% category and you can be successful. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is that, a lot of people outside there, they talk a lot, but they don't take action, all right? They can visualize, they can do affirmation, they can do auto-suggestion, but the thing is that if you don't take massive action, nothing is going to happen. So 95% of the people outside there, they talk day and night about the things that they want in life, the desire, the dreams, and so on, but they don't take massive action. So 95%, I can assure you 95% do not take massive action. No wonder a lot of people fail. All right. Now, if you put yourself in a 5% category and take massive action, you take massive action, you got no competition. All right. And you can become successful. That's simple as that, right? Take massive action. Now, I like what Dan Penna mentioned, if you take a a retard, all right, even a retard, all right, you take him and you make him, you get him to make 300 phone calls a day. Oh, cold call, 300 phone calls a day, every single day. He can also become successful and become a millionaire. That means it's all about taking action. That's it. Taking massive action. If you don't take massive action, you will not be successful. So most of the majority of the people outside there, 95%, they talk more than they take action. So if you take massive action, you'll be in the 5% category, and success is definitely yours because there's no competition whatsoever. All right. Now, most people, they go to work. They work how many hours a day? Probably 8 hours a day. That's about it, right? But if you take massive action, you work more than that, well, you have the edge compared to other people. All right. Now, number 3, most people, they associate with everyone. All right. They feel comfortable to associate with people who are their peers. All right. If those people are, going out for party, going out for this, doing that, enjoying life, they also associate with these people. 95% of the people, they don't choose who they associate with. They associate with people that makes them comfortable, makes them feel good, and so on. But you know that these people are not successful. So if you want to be successful, put yourself in the 5% of the category of people who choose who they associate with. You see, we have the greatest gift of all. Our greatest gift is the gift of choice. So make use of that gift and choose who you associate with. All right, you want to be successful, in a way, you got to be selfish and associate with the people who can make you successful. All right, and that is what it is all about. Success by association. All right, so remember that, when people like to associate with everybody, especially those they are comfortable with, have a good time and so on, well, no wonder they are failures. So if you want to be successful, put yourself in the 5% category and choose who you associate with. Okay? Number 4, most people do not like to make decisions. Isn't it true? Most people don't like to make decisions. They push the decision making to other people, to the weather, to the environment, to the traffic, and so on. All right, so basically, if you want to be successful, you got to learn how to make decisions. All right, a lot of people do not make decisions because they fear they make a wrong decision. But if you want to be successful, put yourself in a 5% category. That means you must be able to make decisions. That's it. As simple as that. All right, you look at the people who fail in life, they dare not make decisions. Or, like I quoted previously, people who fail, they make decisions very, very slowly. All right, then the moment they make the decision, they change very, very fast. But if you want to be successful, you got to learn how to make decisions fast. All right, make decisions fast. And once you make a decision, you got to stick to the decision. Don't change it. All right, don't change it. So that is what number 4 is about. Okay, number 5. A lot of people don't like to take risks. Isn't it true? They don't like to take risks. Yeah, they don't like to take risks. That's why they always don't move ahead, because they fear they take risks. It will be bad for them. They will spoil their image. They have a lot of ego, and so basically they don't take risks whatsoever. They have so much fear, that if I take this risk, a lot of things can happen to me, things that is negative and so on. So most people don't take risks. But if you want to be successful, you put yourself in the 5% and start to take risks. What I say take risk is not take risk blindly. All right, take risk, calculated risk. All right, you got to assess the situation and take calculated risk. But if you don't take risk at all, you stay in the sideline all the time, then you will never be successful. All right, all the successful people, they have to take risk as well. Everything in life is all based upon risk. Don't you agree with me? You take a walk outside your house, you are taking a risk as well. Who knows? Something can happen to you. A car can knock you down or whatever it is. So the thing is that we have to take risk. All right. Like I said the other day, a good example. If you don't take risk, then you wait at home for all the traffic light to go green. Then only you drive the car out of the house. You'll be waiting forever. All right. So you got to go on. As you go on, you come across situation, you handle it and move on again. All right. So when you drive the car out, when it's red, you stop. When it's green, you move ahead. Just go and face the situation as it occurs. All right. if you don't take risk, then you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. All right. Number 6, 95% of the people, they fear change. Therefore, they don't make changes at all. You see, they live their life the same all the while. All right. And you know that your life today is what you have done before or what you have taught before. So if you don't change, nothing in your life is going to change. Change is very, very important. If you don't change, I give this example, right? Which is, about the dinosaur, all right? You see, the dinosaur, once upon a time, was existent on this earth, all right? But because they cannot adapt to change, okay, change in the weather and so on, they're extinct today. So like us as well, we must be willing to change. If we don't change, then we are going to be backwards. All right. Now today, with all the technology going on and so on, we have to change as well. We're going to adapt to changes. Is that true? We have to adapt to changes. So be in a 5% of category and make changes and adapt yourself to changes. All right. I know a lot of people outside there, they don't like to change. I know of people, they don't even dare to handle the computer. Don't talk about going to the internet and social media. Some of them, they dare not. Fear, they have a lot of fear, they have a doubt in them. The truth is that it's all in the mind. That's about it. Okay. So number 6 is they are not willing to change. Number 7, a lot of people are interested to be successful. They want to be successful. They wish to be successful. All right. It's only daydreaming, my friend. It's only daydreaming. All right. You must have commitment. The 95% of the people, they don't have commitment in what they do. So if you want to be successful, you got to be very, very committed. Not only 100%, more than 100% committed in what you do. Then you become successful. Remember, 95% out there don't have commitment whatsoever. They only wish. Oh, I wish I can be successful. I wish I'm a millionaire. Well, they can wish until the cows come home. Nothing is going to happen unless you have the commitment. You stand firm and say, that's it, I'm going to change. That's it. All right. So you must have commitment. Number 8, we are all creatures of habit. I've mentioned about this many times. We are all creatures of habit. All right. Basically, we do things unconsciously without thinking. Because we have been doing things repeatedly all over and over again, it becomes a habit. All right. Just like smoking. Once upon a time, you did not smoke, right? But once you start one cigarette and then over a period of time, it becomes a habit. That means you got to smoke. Without smoking, you can't stand it, right? So habits are actually, we cultivate the habit ourselves by repetition, and basically because of that, we are addicted to the habit. Are you with me? So basically, a lot of people, they stay with their old habit. That's all. All right. And most of the habits that we have are bad habits because we have accumulated over the years. Bad habits. That is why we are not successful, because of all the bad habits we have accumulated over the years. All right. But if you want to be successful, you got to change. All right. You got to change and adapt new and positive habits, which 95% of the people, they are living like a zombie. A zombie whereby they don't even know what's happening in the world. They just go on and on and on without thinking, without being conscious about what's happening. That is what most people live their life, like a zombie. All right, they don't even know what's happening around them. Because why? They're living their life unconsciously without having conscious thought about what's happening in their life. All right. Now you think about it seriously. People know that smoking is bad for their health, right? Smoking is bad. But why do they still smoke? Because of habit and because unconsciously they never think about the damage it can do to the body. All right. So basically, bad habits. All right. Habit is another thing that you have to change. So 95%, they live life in the past. All right. Using the old habit. If you want to change, you got to put yourself in the 5% category and consciously change your habit. Once you change your habit, then your life will change. That's for sure. Okay. Number 9. Now, a lot of people also have the habit of doing things and being busy all the time. Everybody seems to be busy. You tell them, oh, would you like to do this? Oh, I got no time. I'm so busy, Well, the thing is that a lot of people mistaken, accomplishment with activity. Now, you can work very hard, but if you don't have specific goal, doing things productively, you will not be successful. It is just like you see the hamster on the wheel, The hamster keep on running on the wheel, going round and round and round. but a lot of activity, but at the end of the day, the same spot. Hey, this is what a lot of people live a lot of people live their life. Busy here, busy there, but on a hamster wheel, going round and round, a lot of activity, but still on the same spot. Are you one of these people? All right. So a lot of people are living their life without any proper goal, without doing things, productive things, and so on. No wonder, they are not successful. 95% of the people are living their life that way. They are not living their life by design. They're living their life by chance. All right, just by chance. By default, anything happens to them, they accept it. No, the good news is that you can choose your life to live a life by design. So you got to learn how to be in a 5% category and do things that can bring you forward in life. Productive things, that's all. Productive activity, okay? You got a lot of activities outside there, but the activities that you do, does it move your money needle? The money needle. If it doesn't move, then it is not earning you money, then it's a wasting of time. So activity with the accomplishment is one thing, right? Now, the last item I have here is basically most people do not like to lead. Yes, they don't like to be a leader because being a leader takes a lot of responsibility. Most people don't like to lead. So what do? They become follower all the time. All right. Now, tell me the truth. Between a leader and a follower, who earns more money? Definitely a leader will earn more money. That's for sure, right? Being a leader will earn you more money. But of course, you got to start being a follower first. Be a follower, but not for long. All right. Then you got to transition to become a leader. So the truth is that 95% of the people outside there, they don't like to be a leader. All right. Yeah, if you don't believe me, you ask a group of your friends, ask them whether they would like to do this or that. Most of them will not put up their hand. All right, because they fear that, they have to take responsibility, they have to be a leader and so on. All right, so basically, if you want to be successful, then you got to be a leader, you got to lead. Okay, being a leader is very, very important, especially in business. All right, if you're not a leader, then how do you lead people? Your organization, your team, your company, and so on. So basically, you got to be a leader, that's for sure. 95% of the people don't like to be a leader. They like to be a follower because being a follower is easy. Just take instruction, all right, and take instruction and do whatever is being told to do. You are being told to do, that's all. All right, so basically, these are the things that I think is very important. Okay, let me summarize for you what this means, all right? The common denominator of success. What it means is that if you want to be successful, do things that the 95% do not like to do. Simple. All right, if you do what the 95% like to do, then you fall into the category and you have the success or the failure just like them. All right, so basically, it's very simple. Success is very simple. Do things that 95% of the people don't like to do. So every time when you come across a situation, ask yourself, all right, if I do this, will I be in a 5% category? If you are in the 5% category, then do it because it will lead you to success. But if you do things that everybody like to do, then I'm sorry to say, you'll be like the crowd. Okay? You be like the crowd and it's very competitive. 95% outside there are doing the same thing. All right? And what I told you about is that there are 10 things here, basically, that why 95% of the people like to do. They don't like to set goal. Number 2, they don't take massive action. Number 3, they associate with the wrong people. Number 4, they don't like to make decisions. Number 5, they don't like to take risks. Okay, and they're not willing to change. Most people don't like to change. Number 7, they have interest but not commitment. And number 8, habits. A lot of people have got bad habits. And number 9, they confuse activity with accomplishment. So if you want to be successful, you got to take productive action, not just activity. Okay. And lastly, most of the people outside there do not like to lead. So you want to be successful, learn how to lead. Become a leader. Once you become a leader, all right, people will respect you, admire you, and of course, being a leader, you earn more money. That's it. All right. So I hope that you learned something here. All right. I know that this is something that can help you. It's a very simple concept. It's called the common denominator of success. Okay. So with that, I thank you for your time here. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. Okay. And I thank you once again for spending your time with me here. I know that, some of you are following me, watching my live, but for those people who are seeing the recorded, it's okay as well, no problem. I know that, sometimes the time is not suitable for you, but I thank you for your participation as well. All right, and with that, I'll see you on Friday with another session of my live video. Okay, so this is Richard Quack from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.